building time. Building time. Who will win and who will fall? Find out when we burn the wall. It's building time. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Building Time! This is the show where me and Stampy Cat need to build a topic on a Friday in building time.
You're so loud, Squid. You're such a loud person. we're seeing it and we're chatting, and I'm explaining how the episode's gonna work. We're just explaining things, having a chat, and you're like, right, let's record. Then you just scream like, "Hello, everyone!"
I've got a lot of energy today. A lot of energy.
Oh, I know. I know. Before we started, I said, oh yeah, this is what we're going to do. And Squid sniggered for about 20 seconds and went, you said do. Oh dear. So, one of those episodes. Anyway, this is a bit of a weird, this is a weird episode for two reasons. One, I have results to give, but two results to give.
Yeah.
Double results, and today is double the build as well in terms of what we're building. So we'll explain that in a little bit. But first things first, here are our beautiful candy factories, which look like, well, they look a bit...
they don't look as good in this texture pack.
It looks like it's been in an apocalypse in this texture pack. It looks like an abandoned warehouse in this
yours.
texture.
Yours inside of this texture pack looks so miserable. It's like an indoor farm. It's like
the pictures of the spiders on the walls. Yeah, so it looked better in the candy texture pack. But yeah, everyone voted for the results for that one.
Yeah.
And they are in. And the results are that Squid Nugget got 158,000 votes,
wow.
which is crazy, and the video's got loads of views as well. People like candy factories, apparently. And my one got 86,000 votes. So even though it did look better in the texture pack, that's a pretty commanding lead for Squid Nugget. But anyway, moving on. This is the next one here, which was an animal farm. And in this one, Squid got 57,000 votes, and I got 78. So we won one each. But Squid.
Yeah.
I have a confession to make, okay?
What happened?
But before you freak out, can I let me explain before you freak out, okay? So I accidentally built my arena too big. It's bigger than yours. It's 2 blocks bigger.
2 blocks bigger.
Don't freak out yet, because it actually, if you watch my video, I was saying that, it's going to be difficult to fill the entire space, and I was right. It actually made it more difficult for me because I didn't want to leave gaps. So, but I noticed it when I was building the next arenas. I was like, oh dear. I don't know if anyone noticed.
Look at this.
I know.
2 whole block stamps. This means all this wheat needs to be destroyed. All this down here.
To be fair, I was struggling to fill the area, so I don't really think I had an advantage because of it. But I noted that I couldn't sleep at all last night because I was stressing about it. Wait, so I had to come clean. I was sweating and I was tossing and turning and screaming out loud. The neighbors were knocking on the door saying, what's going on? Is your house haunted? And I was like, 2 more! 2 extra blocks! Sorry about that. But then again, I'm not even telling. I think there is actually a chance that we built those arenas together. So I don't even know whether for sure I built that arena as well.
Oh, here we go. Don't blame me, mate. Don't blame me. Have you put
as I fly around, I keep seeing things popping up on the screen. Did anyone else see that? There's animals. I think there's animals that pop up on the screen for a second. Oh, they've stopped now. I think they heard me. Oh, there was one. Do you see that? Could you see? No. I don't know if it's showing up in the video or not. Oh, there. There's loads just down there. Try and pause it, everyone, and see what that was, and leave a comment because I want to know. Because I can't pause because I'm live. Oh, that was one. There was something there. I
can fly around and see paintings on the wall of fish. Oh, there we go.
No, I can see there's animals. I think they're animals, and they just appear for a second, and then poof, just like that, they're gone.
Okay. Moving on. Have you put your block of wool on?
I did. I put my block of wool on. I did that. I'm back at the new arenas, and as you can see, the arenas are bigger than they normally are, and they're the same size. I was really careful. They're the same size.
why stamps is because it's a doubler. It's a double build this week. So
2 for the price of 1, which
Yeah.
is free.
it's a bog off deal. That's what it is.
Yeah, so
man.
basically, what we're going to be doing, so this is going to be over 2 weeks, this week and next week. So we're going to be building for, instead of 15 minutes, half an hour. So it's just one topic still, but we build for half an hour, and then the winner gets 2 points, but there's only going to be 1 vote, of course. So this is actually going to be the first building time where we don't burn the wall, which is going to be a strange thing. It's going to be hard to resist. Well, tell you what,
We have to cut the intro song at the beginning. Find out when we... Next week.
find out next week. Look, no, I'm going to put a little wall here, and we'll just burn this for fun at the end of the episode, okay?
Okay.
And we'll put a chicken on top of it, and we'll burn the wall, which will save the chicken.
Okay, mate.
Okay, so then
Fine by
that
me.
way everyone's happy.
Yeah, everyone's happy. The chicken's happy. Right. Are you ready? You ready for this week's
Yeah, well,
building
let's find
time?
out what the top. So hopefully it's not going to be like, you know, build a matchstick or something.
Half an hour.
Half an hour to build it. Hopefully it's going to be quite a big topic.
Right. I'm going to do it. It's a train station.
Oh. And that was suggested by Daniel Atherton. All right, thank you for the suggestion. That's a good. We can go to town on this.
Yeah,
on
we
the
can.
train.
And the next town.
We can visit all the. Oh, well, we should like link them up. Should we add a track?
Should we have
going
like
through the
let's
wall
have
now?
like a track like here. Just put it random. You put. Okay, we'll put it.
I know. What we do is if we mark 2 sections with just a different color wall. So if we say like there and then what like here maybe, and say that if try and have your track lead on from there, because we might do our track in a different style.
Okay. So
Should we do that? We don't have to.
You do like a back and forth track.
So I'm saying if you imagine like this is the track, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so if you make it line up with that, then we can kind of fill in the gap afterwards and see if it links up. Because obviously it's going to be like 2 trains. But pretty likely there's going to be a train crash.
Yeah, but we might build our tracks bigger. Like, are we going to do it as like a minecart, or are we going to do it like a full train?
Let's just forget it. Because that way we're kind of limiting ourselves to do
Yeah.
it the same way, aren't we? Right, scrap it. I'm just going to build another tractor. That worked well last week. People like the tractor. I'm going to do it. I'm only going to build
Just do a
tractors from now
tractor.
on in building time.
Do a random
Yeah,
tractor.
just a tractor. Anyway, we've already wasted way too much time here chatting away. So we're going to begin building now. We'll catch up with you, and we are going to talk to each other at the end of the episode, and we're going to go and burn this little wall here and save the chicken. Let's begin. In 3, 2, 1, and go! Right, so my time has begun. So this is my 15-minute timer, and then afterwards, we're going to have a we're going to have another timer where we're going to do 50 minutes again. So that's going to be in the next episode. Does that all make sense? You understand what we're doing here, right? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Right then, let's go get a train done. So I think I'm actually going to do the track back here. So I'm glad I kind of didn't do the thing that I was talking about with Squid and did it right at the front. So I want the train to be kind of behind the station, because I realize that you generally go through the station and then that gets you to the train tracks. So let's do these as the tracks here. And even though we have so much more time than we normally do, I'm not slowing down. I'm not pulling back on the pace, because like every time we finish a building time, I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, if I had more time, like think what I could have done. I could have done, so much more. Like this is the chance. This is the opportunity where I can get everything built and then go crazy on the detail. So I'm going to go and try and get as much as I can in this episode just done, like the big main things. So I'm going to build, hopefully, the train, at least the platform, and then obviously maybe the train station, and maybe like the inside of the train. I'll worry about doing that all in the next episode. So this is obviously the track here. I'm going to add some like some barricades at the end. So I think a good way to do these is with some pistons, and then if I just go and grab some iron blocks, I think should look good. So these are kind of going to be like the blockades at the end of the track, just to kind of stop the train from just wandering off somewhere. So let's go and fill that in there, and I should probably add something underneath here as well, because there's normally like so in England they have like rocks underneath the train track. So I think maybe using cobblestone will look quite good underneath here, because this kind of looks like a bunch of stone. And I could use actually, let's use gravel just to make it look a little bit. Or andesite. Does that look okay? I think I'm going to use. Actually, let me see what gravel looks like. I want to make a decision pretty quickly here, because this is ultimately something that isn't going to matter very much. So let's go for I'm going to go for gravel actually. So yeah, this is just basically a bunch of rocks, which is going to be under the train station. And then I'm not sure what type of train to do. So I mean, the obvious thing to do is to do like a big old-fashioned steamed train, like steam train. Because I think when people think of trains, that's what they think of. But I'm not sure whether I want to do, like, I might do like a bullet train, like the super modern, like, the trains that go like 200 miles an hour. I don't know whether that would be a cool thing to do. I just feel like that would be a harder shape to do. I think I'm going to go and do an old-fashioned steam train, I think, because then I can use the like cobwebs for all of the steam coming out, and I can also have like a coal engine as well, and maybe it could be transporting something. That's what I should do. I need to do a carriage with it transporting. It could be transporting like a load of animals or something, or maybe I could just have like a carriage full of chests. Maybe like one carriage with seats in for like passengers, and then another one with it carrying something behind it. I think that could end up looking pretty cool. So let's go and get the rest of this done. And before I start the train, I'm going to get like the platform done, because that's quite an important thing to do. So let's go and try and get that done. So I guess I'm going to do just stone along here like this, and that way I've got a little bit of a gaps in case the train might overhang a little bit. So is that okay? Maybe I'll go one further back here. So this is the platform. We need a gap as well, because they always say mind the gap when you're getting on the train. So I need to make sure I have a gap there. So yeah, this is where the platform's going to be here. And then I'm just going to do, I think I'll just do some like stone slabs maybe on top of this. Actually, I think that might be a little bit too high. Let's just leave it like this then, shall we? So that's kind of the front. And then they always have the dotted yellow line. And they always say, stand behind the yellow line. Otherwise, you might fall on the track. So this can be the yellow line that you need to stand behind. And then just to make things a little bit different, on the other side of the yellow line, I'm just going to go and use some of these stone bricks. So yeah, this is the platform that everyone's going to stand on while they're waiting for the train. And how much room does that give me? This is the problem is I'm running out of room to do the actual train station. And so there's kind of two ways you could have done this. I could have used most of the space for the actual train station. I've really mainly focused on the platform rather than like the building, which is the train station. But I think this is okay. I think this is a pretty good start. So and now I'm going to go, and I want to add in some different ground here. I kind of want to add in something that just stands out as looking a little bit different, though. I might just go and add granite down here, just to make it look a little bit different, because I've noticed everything looks quite grey at the moment. It's a very grey-looking build. So, yeah, let's just go and try and get this down here. And then I think I'm just going to go and focus on the train, because, I mean, this is a train station, and I know it's about building the train station, not the train, but I feel like if I have a good train, then it's going to be okay. And I'm sorry, horse. That was really big. I expected the horse was going to run out of the way, but I just punched it the entire way down the track. Right then, so let's go and get this filled in, and then let's start to think about the train then. So what color train shall I have? So I think you can think of traditional old red ones. I think green, like a dark green train. I'll see what like dark green clay looks like, whether that looks like a good train. So I'm gonna have, tell you what, I'll have the front of the train, like the train engine part. Then I have directly behind that, I have like a compartment for just the coal. You can sometimes see like just like basically like a big trough, I guess, full of coal, and so that can be there for the coal engine, which I think will be a good detail. And then I'm going to have like the passenger bit behind that, and then if I have room, I can have another carriage for everyone else that's inside of it. It's actually not a huge amount of room. I know this is a lot more room than we normally have, but it still isn't a huge amount of room. But let's see if I can actually get the train bit working, at least the front of the train, and make it look good, because this is quite a tricky build to do without any pictures. Like if I had a picture of a train up on my screen, this would be way easier. But of course, because I don't have that, I'm kind of just doing my memory of a train. And of course, I know what a train looks like. You know, I've seen trains in my life, you know, but sometimes just doing things from the top of your head, you just miss out details, and it's just a lot harder to do than when you kind of have something to look at. So let's see what that green clay looked like then. Let's see. Oh, this is quite a nice color actually. So yeah, I think this is going to be the main color. So this bit here, this is all for the front part of the train. This is where the part where the tank engine is. So this can kind of go out to here a little bit. It does look a little bit boxy at the moment. I'm probably going to go out a little bit further outside the front like that, and maybe even one more like this. Does this make it look a little bit more train shaped? Like they're generally relatively aerodynamic because obviously they're supposed to go quite fast. So let's kind of have it a little bit like this. And I'm going to do my normal thing I do in situations like this, where I kind of just build and build away, and then kind of at the end just try and make it look good. I feel like it looks like quite short and fat. It looks a bit like a tank at the moment, doesn't it? I feel like I need to make this stretch out a little bit further this way, because at the moment it looks a little bit too long and thin. But yeah, I'm realizing that I'm not going to have room for many more carriages just because of how big this section is here. So let's go and add some more wheels down here. Then let's maybe even go one bit further and only have the one carriage that the passengers can be in. Let's look at that. There we go. That looks a little bit more train-like now. It looks a little bit longer. I think I basically probably made my tracks a little bit too wide. I think just because I thought I have a lot more time, I can go and make things a little bit bigger. And look at the time! Look at the timer! I'm so glad this is a half an hour build, because look, I've only got 6 minutes left. Imagine I was trying to build this in only 15 minutes. I would have been in tears right about now if I only had 15 minutes, because yeah, I have so much left that I need to do. Yeah, if I had to finish doing it already, I would have been really panicking. Right then, let's start rounding this top off. This is a little bit of this is a bit of a weird looking train. It doesn't look much like a train yet, does it? I'll get there. Once I add like the chimney bits coming out the top and the bell and things, I think I'm going to be able to make it look a lot more train-like. But at the moment, it doesn't look much like a train. What is it? What have I built? What is this thing? Tell you what, let's even go one higher along here. Let's just try and make this whole thing look a little bit more rounded. Always the difficult thing to do in Minecraft when you're trying to make things look rounded and you're building out of blocks. But I can kind of do, if I kind of break that bit away and break this bit away down here, I can't spend too long on this because the build was to build a train station. And even though some train stations literally are kind of basically just a platform like this, I really want to have some more time. So I think this whole bit's too fat here. So let's go and put that down there like that. I really don't have any more room along the front here, but I can go and add these lights along the front there, and I can add some, actually, I can add some levers on the underneath of them to get them lit up, and then maybe I could put like a grate on the front. Oh, I can't go any further forward here. I'm right on the very limit here. But what I can do is add a ladder, because the ladders don't go over the line. So there we go. That's the the front of the train there, and I might just kind of add some buttons along here as well, just to kind of add a little bit more detail, like there, like that, and maybe just some iron bars along this section. Now I've kind of built way too close to the front, so it's kind of hard for me to add too much detail. But there we go. This is starting to look a little bit more like a train, kinda. I don't know, maybe not. Right then, let's go and let's start doing a little bit of the inside here, then, shall we? So, I guess I should start off by doing the floor, because I want you to be allowed to look on the inside. I do need the floor, so I'm just going to go and do it as the same green here. If I have time, I'm going to go crazy on the detail. Well, tell you what, let's kind of ignore this carriage a bit for now, this front section, because I can always deal with that a little bit later on. And let's go and try and get the outside, the top of this done, and then the other carriage. And then in the next episode, I can really focus on going in really hard to try and get the rest of the details done. So I'm just going to do like I'm just going to do the windows as well, because that's kind of something that you need to look at from the outside. So here I'm going to have a control panel. So I guess the windows can go along there, and then this can be kind of where the steering section is. So I can have a chair down here. This can be where the train driver sits. And then let's go and just add the window in along here. And I guess I should do this from the outside so I don't get trapped inside. So there we go. That's the, this is the front of my train. It looks like a bug. Why does my train look like a bug? Oh, this is awful. I'm really glad that Squid isn't going to see this as it is. And I'm going to have a bit of a chance to, to try and fix it up and make it look better before he actually gets a chance to see it. So we, of course, need the chimney section. Coming out the top there like that. Is this going to be the thing that makes it look more like a train? Nope, that just looks like a bug's antenna. But we can also go and add in some cobwebs as well. Where's that going to be in? Like miscellaneous? Is that where cobwebs are? Decorations, materials. Sure, it's cobwebs. There we go. Cobwebs are here. So let's go and add some of these in as well. Like that, and then let's kind of go like that a little bit as well. So it's looking a little bit more train-like. I think ultimately it's just too boxy. I think that's the problem. Maybe if I break this bit away here, is this going to make a big difference? Ah, there we go. Just by doing that alone, it's starting to look a little bit more train-like. Maybe it's the wheels the problem, because I haven't had like I kind of look like I've done normal wheels rather than like the sort of train-like wheels that trains have. So let's try and do a little bit of work on that section then, shall we? Because what we can do is use maybe iron bars again and do them along here like this, because well, actually, yeah, I can add these on. I didn't actually mean to do that, but that actually looks quite good. I can kind of go along like this, and there we go. That makes it look a little bit more train-like, I think. Does it? Maybe. Then I can do some bits going in between these like that as well. I'm kind of just adding details. Like sometimes if you focus too much on an individual detail, like it just doesn't seem right. But if you just kind of add enough stuff, even though you can't tell exactly what something's supposed to be, it just kind of ends up looking like what you wanted it to look like. So let's just go and add some of these bars in along here. It's getting there. It's starting to look a little bit more like a train. I feel confident that if someone looked at this, they would at least guess what it's supposed to be. It still far from looks good. This can be they normally have like a little bell or something along the front there as well. So we can go and add that in. And now we can add a doorway to here. And then this is going to lead to the next compartment. So I'm going to kind of have it, you know, where they have like a little outside bit. You know, you kind of have to jump in between carriages. I'm going to go and try and do it a little bit like that, so we can have these bits here, which will connect it to the next carriage, which is going to be here. So this is going to be a passenger carriage. And what color should we do this? Let's have it blue. This kind of very purpley looking blue color. So let's go and try and make this roughly the same shape. Well, I guess these carriages are generally a little bit boxier. And I know the front carriage is boxier than I intended it to be, but these back carriages are generally a little bit boxier. So I guess I can get away with building this as just a giant box. And let's try and make it look a little bit prettier on the inside. So let's go and add down this wall, which can basically be the carpet. And I've just seen the time. Have you seen the time? I've got like half a minute left. Where did the time go? I can't believe I went in with such confidence, thinking that, you know, I have so much time. This is going to be so much easier than the normal building times. But this time has absolutely disappeared. I am going to have to work really, really hard in the next episode. And I'm also not going to look at Squid's in between episodes. So you can all go and see Squid's view now if you want to see what he's done. I'm going to purposefully not look at it. Just so I have no idea what he's built, just so I can kind of focus on what it is I'm trying to do. But we've literally got only 3 seconds left, so I guess once I've done this final wall, that will be time. And this is what I've built so far. It's this front bit. It needs to be pointier. I need like a lower, thinner bit along the front. Anyway, I've got to speak to Squid.
Hello.
Hello, Squid Nugget.
How is that?
Awful. It was so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. My train looks like a bug.
I haven't even started to build the train yet.
Oh, you're lucky. I wish I built the train. So I kind of realized right at the end that I didn't build the shape of a train. It's awful. I'm looking at it now, and I know you're not allowed to look at it yet. But, oh dear. Oh, this isn't... I think I'm basically going to have to completely reshape my train, which is pretty much all I tried to build. So not a great start, Squid. I'll be honest. Not a great start.
That fills me with a little bit more confidence, to be honest, mate. But, oh, man.
Anyway... You know what time it is, what we have to do at the end of every episode.
Without looking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna not turn around. Are you ready? Let's burn the wall!
Burn the mini wall!
Burn the wall!
Burn the mini wall! Oh, the poor
Burn
chicken!
the wall! No, we'll save its life. Look, watch, it will fly away.
Okay, I'm watching.
It's gonna be absolutely fine. Just you watch.
I'm a little bit skeptical about the stamps.
No, it's just gonna break away the blocks.
Okay.
Look, here we go. It's gonna break, and then it's gonna drop down, and then it's gonna run away because we saved it. Oh, that was quite. Oh, there we go. Look, we saved the chicken.
How did that actually like work? I just thought we were gonna get just annihilated by the flames then.
Well,
Crazy.
I knew it was going to work. So yeah, that's the end of this week's building time. So we're gonna announce the results, obviously, in the next episode once we've finished building them. So there's nothing to vote for, and there's no topics that we need suggested. So just chill out for a bit, just relax.
Just chill
calm
out.
down. Go make a cup of tea, have a crumpet. Yeah, have a rest. That's all you need to do from us. But that is the end of this week. So there'll be a link in the description to the next episode where we're going to continue these builds. Hopefully I personally do a little bit better next week. But for now, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you all later. Bye!